there certainly are things that need changing.
This has aged so well.
My son, Craig, have you seen the state of the playground equipment? Not only does it seem unsafe, but it's become quite an eyesore.
The whole park could use an upgrade if you ask me. It's become a campout for the homeless.
Are you joking? You're gonna take 1 second to compare child murder to park upgrades?
I agree with her.
What's wrong with everybody?
I agree with her.
You've all gone crazy.
Thank you, Sharon.
Anybody need a drink?
Oh, Randy. Oh yeah, I actually have this covered because this is how accurate. Yet again, okay, that's fucked up. Butters holding a gun when he's a fucking child himself. Well, even if he's an adult, it's still a bit fucked up if you actually ask me, right? And basically, this is what I usually do when I check my analytics so that I don't obsess over how many views I have. Why am I shooting this, if you may ask? Well, basically, since I'm supposed to be going for a walk like in a few hours to go to the store because there's not much groceries left in the freezer, just my pizza pies and tater tots. I'm surprised they've been lasting for like a week because my brother had to get a big ass bag. After the Serbian video that I mentioned, right? This episode is so accurate, and Sharon deserves all of the damn credit and support that she needs as a mother, right? An animated mother, if that actually makes sense. Also, for Carmen to actually acting like a fucking freak by him thinking that, oh, since Token is black, he saw, damn, what movie was it? It's supposed to be Black Panther, right? As someone that's black himself, I have not seen it. And I don't know why. That's an issue. You know, it's just so funny for Carmen to actually say that. And let me actually put my shirts on because I'm just wearing my long Naruto shirt as always. And I know I've been posting a lot of videos, which is why a lot of them are on private because there's just so much for me to talk about. And I can't believe that they're airing this episode currently. It's so damn accurate. Once again.
I don't know how much more of this I can take. It's like I turn on the TV and dread they'll say something about the school shooting because it's going to set my wife off.
Well, Randy, have you stopped to think that maybe this problem is bigger than Sharon's period?
A period? What's her period to do with it?
That maybe what's going on really is a big deal.
Yep.
What if this is actually menopause?
Okay, that, I don't know where the hell they got that from. Yeah, women do have emotions and all. Same for men, right? Because the thing is that when women actually post out their period, it's like being bipolar. And as someone that's bipolar themselves or has bipolar depression, it's not pretty. Like, you would probably feel great when you actually are out for your walks, and then when you get back home, you're like that. So, basically, the reason why I want to share this, right? As much as I grew up with South Park, even when I was 5, I know I was way too young, but you know what? I grew up with it, okay? And I even played South Park Rally growing up. I'm not kidding. South Park Rally in the first South Park game on the N64, and yes, that's how I fucking swear and saying shit, multiple fucking times. This basically her being an awesome mother. You know, showing concern that this happens not only here in the United States, even though this is the main issue for us, but what happened in Serbia? I think they said, someone in the comments on the Inside Edition video of that 13-year-old boy, they need to review his face. He shouldn't be going, I don't care. Like, he literally took away 9 lives. Like, yeah, I know he's a child, but what he did, or a kid, whatever, right? Well, basically, he's a preteen. He still did an adult act. It actually makes sense. And those lives are permanently, okay, they're not with us anymore. And you know what? That boy needs to, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It's like that 10-year-old boy that did whatever the hell he did. And his face was revealed on social media. I don't know why Serbia, they had to keep him, you know, anonymous. I don't get it. You know, and yet again, us Americans, we're more strict on, like, I don't know, like, certain laws, right? I mean, not just, like, the sex laws or something like that. I know Europe is more laid back, but I don't know. The thing is that, basically, after watching this episode, it's really accurate just to see how common this is. Because, just to mention this once more, we had the Uvalde shooting that happened in Texas, right? And then the adults basically complaining that the cops weren't doing their job to actually protect these students, right? And then the shooting in Buffalo, they actually have of this white boy that killed 10 black people and 1 white person as well. And then the third one, which we had not too long ago, I think it was like a month ago, the Nashville shooting of a trans weirdo that I'm guessing that used to grow up in that school, from what I've heard, and wanted to kill like 3 elementary children and 3 teachers, if I actually got that correct. I don't understand what's going on in this club. It says though that shootings are becoming more common than they was back when I was in school. You know, back when I was in school, of course, there was, the crime rate was much worse, but not like this, so to speak. And this is coming from someone that gotten shot by a paintball gun in broad daylight. If they basically hit my ribcage or close to my heart, right? I want to be alive at this moment. I want to be existing close to the middle of 2023, you know. And Hartman is he's like a fucking predator at this point. He's taking many pictures of Tolkien for some odd reason, and I don't know.
Mom and Dad. I keep thinking, when will be the time that I get the call, you know? When will I answer the phone and find out my son and
Is
my
dead.
daughter were
Shot.
killed
Yep.
at school?
Yeah, I see.
I live in constant fear that I won't be there to protect my children when something happens to them.
Well, Sharon, have you maybe considered that your feelings are partly due to
Menopause.
handkerchief balls?
Wait, what?
What?
Handkerchief balls. Handkerchief out the balls. Red handkerchief. No more handkerchief. No more red. 0. Empty. Old lady.
What I'm saying is that I'm so overwhelmed that I
Old lady, where's my dick?
don't understand. God damn it!
Randy!
Stop acting like there's something wrong with me. Something's wrong with you.
Everyone, really.
Try having some goddamn compassion.
Thank you, Sharon. I want to fucking just slice him. Oh, can I just be like a Saiyan slash and slice Randy's fucking head off? I want to share one thing. I fucking do not like him in these other current seasons. If I can fucking decapitate his head and just fucking kill him, especially what he did with the damn Mickey Mouse incident of the coronavirus. I know this is a joke and all, but this is how much I hate Randy. Oh, fucking kill him. Oh, shit. Ow. Oh, mierda. Me desculpas, matotos. Oh, eu tenho um montão emotions, but agora tem a pessoa de South Park, mass shooting. So I tried to say in Spanish. I apologize. You get where I'm coming from, right? I apologize. That was a little bit weird. But the thing is, basically, it just seems like this is why I do not like watching the news. However, though, my mom does, because after the video, for anyone that has seen the Serbian shooting rant I did about like what I went through when I was in high school, or I guess if I could say it in Spanish, right? Secretaria Escuela. Basically, it's like when you're on YouTube, or hell, maybe on Twitter, you'll see there's another shooting found. Or if you basically Google, like, in the city that you're in, Houston shooting found. Or, something about a man named Neely in New York. I don't know what the hell happened, though. I don't know what's the case there. I'm not from New York, or I don't really care about what's going on. But it's just, of course, on a daily basis, there's always something going on in this earth. That's life, if that actually makes sense. Someone that basically got run over by a car, or a dog basically got shot in the fucking head at a Alaskan lake when a man was fishing. I don't know. It's just always something going on. However, though, it just seems as though that these shootings, they get more, Deon, how can you explain this? They get more concerning. And yet again, it just seems like these gun law stuff, it's not, I do not know how to explain this further. It's just as though that we are kind of too careless, to the point it even inspires other countries, right? That actually makes sense. Like, like how Sharon was acting, it reminds me of that Vancouver incident that I basically made a while back. You know, how I had that silly incident with my neighbor, right? Don't worry, that's long been gone now. I might just put it on private, though. I feel a bit embarrassed, but even though I was speaking up for how I feel and speaking up for myself. The thing is that when that Canadian father, Paul, died or got murdered, I mean, this is from Canadian standards. I'm really cheesed up, that this actually happened. No one helped because that fucking Alex Hull, right, was recording, you know, him dying with a basically small pond of blood, saying, this man is dead, bro, this man is dead, to basically some fucking fat ass, that remind me of Bubble Bass from SpongeBob, was just drinking his coffee. Can I give an example? He was drinking his coffee, and I'm sure he has a phone, for sure, didn't call 911, or basically rush into his aid, and just being by his side before he died. Like, literally, he was dying. And that could be like a reference to shootings. Even though in Canada, though, if you have a gun, it's, you know, illegal, right? That's supposed to be a felony. I don't know much about these gun laws, right? Because I know in Canada, self-defense, well, it's a little bit, or much more stricter than us Americans. However, though, one thing I agree with, unless you abuse it, right? That you see with Debbie here, right? Hello. Yeah, he's very shy. That's why he just says hello. You see what I have here? This is pepper spray. And, of course, you got to be 18 in order to actually carry one. Because, well, you know, it's supposed to be considered as a firearm, even though it's not a firearm. It's just, the item can be really deadly if you basically would use it. If you basically don't use it properly, then yeah. And not to mention, pepper spray is supposed to be really strong as well. I remember there was a video, because I forgot this is supposed to be Teacher Awareness Week, at least from what Google is advertising, that a damn 18-year-old woman of a student, well, she is a grown woman, right? But let's just say an 18-year-old kid. Okay, whatever. An 18-year-old female student. I forgot what state it was in, because I found out about it on Twitter. She basically decided to pepper spray her teacher because she got her phone taken away. And imagine, like, I mean, I know pepper spray is really, like, it can be dangerous if you don't use it properly, or if you basically are not mentally well to use it. I'm just glad that they let me actually buy it, because yes, I am well over the age of 18, right? Because I actually bought this at Walmart. This is called the Sabre pepper spray. Canadians need to have this, honestly, compared to guns, because if you basically are out and about and someone may stab you or basically threaten you, or maybe like throw like a rock or something like deadly, right? Basically just like assault and battery and whatnot. They need to have like self-defense laws up there that, you know what, if you basically use pepper spray, I think I heard that you can use like bear spray to protect yourself. You know, I don't know, like, you could get in deep trouble if you do that. It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, that's what I've heard in Canadian laws. But American laws, at least out here in Arizona, we actually do have, like, I forgot what the hell it's called. Like, if you basically do, like, use pepper spray like I do, then you won't get in trouble for it. Compared to, let's just say, New York, you can't even protect yourself. Because, oh, you know what, it's against the law. I gotta look that up somewhere. It's fucking ridiculous, right? It really bugs me because people go this far, especially if they are bullied, right? Which I understand, but this is not the appropriate way. To the darn effort that they want to shoot random people. And for me personally, I've been bullied a lot growing up. I mean, not like physically, but let's just say people didn't like to be around me. And I don't act like, let's just say, Elliot Roger, that wanted to kill random girls just because he'd been rejected on his date. Rejection fucking hurts. But it's still no excuse to actually kill someone. For me, I don't like to reject people. I know for experience because I reject like a couple men in the past, and let's just say that they get sexual with me. To the point I feel that I have to use my pepper spray, you know, for self-defense. I still remember one incident that, this is well before I had my pepper spray, right? Because it's some random boy named Frankie who was on drugs. He literally punched me in the forehead. It felt like a brick. I didn't basically went unconscious or anything. I was still standing up. I didn't even collapse. Like, he did that. It hurts, right? I have a struck knuckle. Ugh, sorry, knuckle? But the thing is that basically for me, I had to buy this pepper spray for self-defense, just in case if someone would ever act aggressive. And this is why I hate how guns do exist. Like, I know they're great for hunting, you know, for food and whatnot. That's absolutely fine, you know, for people that live, like, in rural regions and whatnot in order to survive for their families. However, though, this using it around other people, especially, I think it's called brandishing, when you want to, like, point a gun and basically tease someone, that's not funny. It's not. And this is when someone, once again, I don't like to show any skin, of course, unless it's up to, like, my, you know, my legs, my arms, or at least just basically my neck here. Literally, I had, like, I thinking it, let me check very quick. Okay, it basically has faded out, but the scar is still there. When there were two grown men, I think it was like a black Mustang, they randomly were shooting people in broad daylight. And I went unconscious for like a minute or two. I collapsed. It's like you're being in a coma, but for like 2 minutes. I don't know how the hell I survived. It fucking hurts. It does. And I can't imagine even having an actual gun, right? This is what I hate about basically American society. And just for sure to actually get ignored by everyone, it's fucking accurate, right? Because a lot of people don't like to take this stuff serious. They don't.
Everything you could, Mr. Marsh. If your wife can't realize the truth and appreciate you, maybe she never will.
Realize what? What have you been telling everybody, Randy?
Randy was just trying to make you feel loved while you're going through menopause.
Menopause? I'm not going through menopause.
How do you know?
I just got my period this morning.
You got your period?
Yes.
You just got your period this morning.
Yes!
So, the past few days, maybe you have been just a little...
No, nothing. Don't you guys see what's happened here? I want you to be angry.
Thank you, Sharon.
Every day we hear about another school shooting. It used to be a big deal.
Now it isn't.
To be a big deal again. I mean, Harriet, you came to my house and said there was a school shooting to trick me into going with you.
Right.
Just trying to be a part of the big surprise, Sharon. That's what I'm talking about. That's crazy.
It is.
I want you all to be shocked. I want you all to be sad.
You want everyone...
I love the little marks in their eyes, like when they panic.
If you wanted to make me sad, congratulations. You did a great job.
Yeah, let's go somewhere without so much negativity.
Oh, fuck you! I forgot his
She
name.
didn't mean it. She just... Give her a...
See, I'm still a little bit confused though, because I know a lot of people do take stuff like this serious, but yet again, the reason I want to bring this up, okay, is that, let's just say that I've noticed that there is this disgusting, tough, or toxic trend on YouTube, like pranksters, right? This wasn't like this when I was in high school. Like, all I remember watching growing up was A Thousand Ways to Die, and The World's Dumbest, and yes, they have dark humor, where they laugh at someone that may broke the arm or something like that, right? However, though, it was a different period back then, right? Today, okay, you would basically have these pranksters that would harass someone. That, I think there was like a rapper or something that basically pointed out a gun, saying it's a prank, bro, or something. Oh, it's a felony, bro. Honestly, that's what you're getting. You're gonna get like maybe 15 years in prison for what you're doing by pointing a gun at someone. Trust me, when you basically have someone that has a gun on you. I mean, I still remember an incident that man around our neighborhood, right? He basically said he had a gun in his pocket. And he didn't even whip it out. That's what he said to me. I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna get killed. Right? And that's from his mouth. Honestly. Like, I can't even imagine for anyone that even has, like I said again, after I got shot by a paintball gun, it's fucking difficult. You know, like, you had to go through that trauma for a while. That's why, when I'm actually out for my walks or whatever, I do get cautious in certain spots, because I remember just this one street, I'll call it, like, the egg of, I might need to make a documentary about that. Okay, it's basically the egg of, I would say the egg of death. Because you literally can really get hurt by the egg. When I walk that street, like whenever I leave from Dollar Tree or, used to go to Walmart before all that stuff that happened. I'm sure probably for anyone that's new here, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. The thing is that when I walked there, I would get hit by an egg multiple times, right? I remember I get called a faggot, and it hurts, right? It really does. Oh, let me show this real quick.
Oh, I love you, Sharon.
Cancel South Park. I still remember that old hashtag. Thinking because Sharon, Randy must have done something for Sharon in that part. I got a little confused saying, oh, you know what, my son is dead. But how does that matter? It fucking does matter, right? Because the thing is, we still have these gun law issues throughout the country. And people that have mental illnesses, right? Or that aren't of adult age, well, with mental illnesses should not be holding a gun whatsoever. I don't know. I think guns should be illegal, but like pepper spray shouldn't be, right? You know, because, I mean, I carry this thing with me all the time. And this is a big-ass difference compared to a gun. I carry this. Okay, this is part why I like being an American. For anyone that's from Canada or maybe, let's just say from like Deutschland or England, right? Especially England. You won't be able to carry stuff like this. However, though, as an American myself, whenever I'm in danger, just in case, you never know, I carry, and plus my Deku plush, I carry with him in my Arizona key whenever I lock out the house, but our neighborhood is really safe, all over, right? I'll bring this inside the store, no issue, because I'm an adult, even though I don't look like one. Well, what do y'all think? Honestly, you think I look like an adult? You just be honest. You don't have to say I'll be flattered if you don't think I look like I'm of adult age. But literally, I can carry that in, and I won't get in trouble for it because out here in the United States, it's legal to carry pepper spray. Now, a gun, don't know about that, right? Because that is a deadly firearm. This is basically more like self-defense. I know gun is self-defense, but it's a little hard. You know, like, I don't know. It's like there's a big-ass difference. Right? I think that's why I'm kind of like, you can carry like bear mace if you're like around deadly animals versus like shooting them. I don't know, right? Because guns does lead nothing but trouble. It reminds me of the Census episode, and I forgot what I was thinking about the egg of death. But literally, like, they would draw like deadly weapons. I mean, at least they didn't shoot me with a gun. I could literally die. You know? Now, they should still get charged. Like, I even have pictures on my Facebook that I got hit by an egg. I did. I know no one really cared about that, but for whoever did it, I hope they do get, like, man, if they did it to other people, they would get, like, heavy charges. Like a couple years in prison for that. Honestly, like, versus a gun, well, depends how they use it, right? But I just wanted to share this because this is what I hate about us human beings, especially us human Americans that act like this. You know, and guns do get out of hand. I always wonder for our ancestors before the independence, like, why they have guns. You know, I always wonder. I do wonder. Like, that's history. We don't need it anymore. Like, the guillotine, so to speak. Or, if you watch The Dozen Ways to Die, you'll probably get where I'm coming from. Those are barbaric, right? We're not in that time anymore, right? We evolved from that. Because, yeah, they're deadly, and that's probably why a lot of people die, and that's why we got medicine and all that. I don't know, right? But it does get a little concerned that you would have, I mean, hell, even up to middle school, that they would want to carry weapons. I try to remember back when I was in middle school, we didn't have that. I just know that back then, a teacher doesn't get charged or fired if they would strangle a student. If they would really behave, I forgot to share this, by the way, before I'm almost out of storage. When I was in the 6th to the 8th grade, one of my classmates, when they really acted up, it's kind of funny though, it's awesome. This is how old I was. Literally, my teacher and our assistant teacher, they would basically strangle the boy. His name is Anthony, by the way. I remember him. He really acted up. I think it was in 5th grade. I know him around that period, right? I knew him for years at that time. He would get restrained, and you want to have basically a kid wanting to, or the parents pressing charges, because he's the one that made trouble for the teachers. And we were not even teens yet. Okay, it was a different time back then. The teachers were doing their job. Now they can't even protect themselves. Especially if the student has a gun, oh, like the student can still sue them. Because, oh, you know what, the teacher ain't doing their job. It's fucking stupid. Or the girl pepper sprayed the teacher. since I got like 20 seconds left, let me just share that clip very quick. Okay. This is the 18-year-old girl that pepper sprayed that teacher. She needs to be charged, and this is what I hate about schools these days. By Faith Haven, whom I do follow, student pepper sprays her high school teacher because she confiscated her phone. Hashtag teens and Generation Z be like,